Hello, I am Sarah Himmelheber. I'm a professor of social work and the director of field education at Warren Wilson College. I'm also a member of the Martin Luther King Jr. Association's Celebration Committee. And today I am honored to introduce Ms. Kathey Avery, one of 4 recipients of the Martin Luther King Jr. Association of Asheville and Buncombe County's 2nd annual Rosa Parks Award. This award intends to recognize women in our community who have fostered a culture of inclusion, worked directly for equity and social justice, and exemplified a nonviolent philosophy. For over 35 years, Ms. Avery has embodied all of these. The founder and owner of Avery Health Education and Consulting, she's a nurse, community activist, and leader who, since the onset of the pandemic, has been relentless in her efforts to combat COVID-19 through public education about the virus and the benefits of vaccination. A native of Western North Carolina, Ms. Avery has been making our community stronger for her entire life. And the MLK Junior Association is proud to join the many other organizations, including Mission Health, Buncombe County Health and Human Services, that have honored and recognized her leadership and what she has brought to the greater Asheville area. So thank you, Ms. Kathey Avery, for your commitment to our community and to health equity for all its members.
I'm Kathey Avery, and I was born and raised on a farm in Bat Cave, North Carolina. So I've lived in Western North Carolina all my life, and that has prepared me for the journey working with underserved populations. Bat Cave had a population of African Americans of 2 families my entire life, and now they have 3 families, so they've increased. And I've worked as a nurse for over 30 years. First at Mission Hospital doing oncology and other nursing, neurology. I think I've worked them all. And then I worked for 4 Seasons Hospice as well, doing hospice care for those that are dying or in palliative care. And then I've done community work for about 13 years now. And that has been my most impactful and passionate work because I'm with the community. I'm learning about the community, and I'm doing the work that I see that needs to be done, which I find the most important work of all. And with that, I have uncovered many things like mental health issues, cognitive health issues with older Americans, infant mortality for our young African American ladies due to stress and racism that's been passed down from generation to generation that we have to deal with because it's the root cause of some of the stress and health issues for our young African American and older women, because this happens to us all. I've also been working with COVID lately, and that has been a real challenge, trying to get people to take the vaccine, find out why people don't want to take the vaccine, understanding the hesitancy around it or the historical use of African Americans in research or not having them in research now is a problem, but just getting people to have the facts, being understanding and compassionate about why they don't want to take the vaccine and figuring out what's still going to keep them safe and our community safe if they don't want to. So that has been a challenge over the last 2 going on 3 years. My goal as I do this work is to follow the life course perspective. And what that means is not only do I look at when you were born, what happens to you as you age with trauma, ACEs, but also what happens to you when you get older and people falling through the cracks from not having their cognitive issues addressed. And there's a lot of people living along that's older that really needs help and a change in our system. So those are just some of the things that I do and some of the work that I do that keeps me going. Well, when I see that I've changed the health system, changed individuals, changed policies and procedures around some of the systems in healthcare, and it may take me a really long time, which is very frustrating. But when it does happen, it's kind of like, okay, next, on to the next thing. And so that keeps me motivated because I'm a task-oriented person, kind of a workaholic, I hear. And so when I am making changes, even though I already know it's going to take a long time and it's going to be a lot of hard work, then I see changes in the community that I serve. That keeps me going. Actually, it's more involvement from the young people in our community. And by that, I mean like 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds and even 40-year-olds that are out there now seeing that this is their world, and this is going to be something that they're going to be inheriting for their children and grandchildren, and seeing for themselves the work that needs to be done and rolling up their sleeves and actually getting it done. And I want to be supportive of that work. And maybe one day I can hand the mantle off to them and have them take over, and I can go retire, but not now. But being able to work with them and support them in their efforts, that gives me a tremendous amount of help to see their passion and commitment to this effort, especially in healthcare and around racism, which I feel that racism is a health issue as well. I'm honored and humbled to try to walk in the path of such an icon as Rosa Parks. Been given an opportunity to celebrate and recognize Rosa Parks in this way, and her courage. It's been very humbling for me. And I was reading some excerpts from her book, and in her autobiography, Parks debunked the myth that she refused to vacate her seat because she was tired after a long day of work. I was not tired physically, she wrote, or no more tired than I usually was at the end of a working day. I was not old, although some people have an image of me as being old then. She was only 42. But she said, no, the only tired I was tired of giving in. So I feel like winning this award and reading that about her, I feel like at 68 years old, I'm tired of giving in. So all my life, I've had to walk a line, know when to hold them and know when to fold them, as they say. And now that I'm older, I can say and speak because people think I'm wise now and they listen. So winning this award for me is, I hope, being able to challenge and champion that energy that she had, that I feel like I have, that somebody noticed, and that they decided that, she's hardworking and she's committed, because I am. And so I feel like I am walking in some very big shoes. And I want to thank whoever decided that with the little walk that I have done, that they've seen it and they respect it. And I really appreciate this award.